Hello internet friends, my name is Devesha and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is about why I scrapped my NaNo words and I just haven't started my project. So December has been very turbulent, tumultuous, something that starts with a T, terrible. It's not been terrible, but I don't know, I've just been unmotivated. For the past week, I have been waffling about writing my NaNo project. I would start writing and then rewrite it and then ultimately end up deleting those words because it just didn't feel right. I am usually very much a proponent of not going back in the first draft. Like, I'm big on not looking back. I even sometimes type with my eyes closed because I need to focus more on the imagery than the words on the page. But this time it's just not happening for me. So I didn't want to use the words that I wrote for NaNo because I felt like if I went back to them, I would put myself into like an editing mindset instead of just a drafting mindset. So I was like, okay, it's not that many words to begin with, so I can just set them to the side and restart. But every time I started, it just did not feel like a step in the right direction. And I thought maybe it was the outline, because I am usually a pantser and I've never outlined that much before drafting. I'm not used to working with an outline, so I would let myself go off outline and I would like pant the opening image, thinking that would like help get the gears going. That didn't work. And then so I thought, okay, maybe I'm just not as familiar with the genre, like I don't have a feel for it. So let me go and read some more in this genre, like I've already been planning to do. I had started reading the first chapters of different sci-fi space opera books to get a feel for it, to get inspiration. Really looking for something that's gonna get me started, because that's like what I was procrastinating. But I wasn't even in the mood to read. I was in the mood to write. Since, do I make it? No. And so then I was like, okay, maybe it's me. Maybe I hyped this idea up too much in my head. Like, I've expressed that this was an idea that I had faith in and that I would want to query. And so then maybe I just put too much pressure on it preemptively. Maybe I made it too big in my head and now I'm making myself anxious about it for no reason. You know, like giving myself psychosomatic writer's block, or something more psychosomatic than what writer's block already is. It wasn't even that, okay? Then I realized something. And this was something I had already been thinking about. The lack of connection I felt to my character. Y'all know I'm a self-inserty type of bitch. Like, I put a piece of me in all of my characters. That's just how I function as a writer, I think. I don't think I will ever be that writer who's completely divorced from their characters. Like, oh no, this character has no traits of mine. Like, I'm so different from this character. It will never be like that for me. While I don't put like my entire self into a character, there's always a part of me, a piece of me, like an ideal of myself in my main character. And this character didn't have that. And I was like this, right? So I write more character-driven stuff. My characters are really like minds of their own. Like, I go into writing with a strong sense of the character because they're mostly extensions of myself. That's neither here nor there. But I had already mulled over this and I thought, okay, I'll just give her some traumatic backstory, and you know, like it won't be an extension of myself, but it'll be something that I can empathize with and better be able to write. Not even that worked. So while I was watching the Courtney project, I just had this realization, like it was like a light bulb went off. This character, the character that I had been writing, I had been picturing, just did not fit the story that I was trying to tell. And that's why I can't write. No, I can't write because I'm just... So yeah, there was nothing wrong with my outline, nothing wrong with me, nothing wrong with the character herself actually either. It just wasn't her story. When I first started the story, or like when I first had the inkling of it, I just really wanted to write like a carefree, fun, nomadic black girl in space. And that is the image that I held with me while I was outlining. And outlining, I strayed from that general vibe into something honestly a little bit more darker. And I was still trying to hold on to that essence of the carefree girl, but this like carefree girl doesn't fit this gritty world that I had started developing. So all that to say, I have been having trouble writing, and I think the solution is just to change my main character. Okay, that's the solution. I've already started implementing the solution. So I have started rewriting the opening image for the 4th time, and now I'm feeling better about it because the character better matches the world that I've created, or like the plot that I've created for this character. Okay, 2 things. I don't know if I'm going to change the character's name or not. I really love the name Tiara and I would like to stick with it, but in separating my carefree Tiara from my like hardcore Tiara, I've kind of just like sprouted this off into like a separate idea. So this sci-fi has just propagated and grown to like 3 separate ideas. I still like the name. I don't know if I want to keep it for this story or use it in a future story. But that's a decision I'll make later. For character development, I kind of just been pantsing it. I've been letting it come to me. I haven't been trying to force anything with the character. But because the character has changed, the opening image and a couple aspects of the plot have changed. Not much. I think I may take out to the ex-boyfriend character, but I also think that I may not. So, whatever. And you know what? I don't know why this didn't occur to me beforehand, because this has happened to me one other time. It was Camp NaNo July 2019. I was writing my accidental spy story. This was before I started authortube, so like really nobody knows about that story. Right, so I was writing my accidental spy story and the character just wasn't it. Like, she wasn't giving me what I needed her to give, but I really liked the name and her background story and everything. And like ever since then, I've been trying so desperately to fit her into her own story. Yeah, so this has happened before. It's not a new occurrence, and I don't know why I didn't pinpoint this earlier. I really should have pinpointed it in that NaNo episode where I was like, I got writer's block because it's not a self-insert. It's not that. It's just that the character wasn't meant for that story. You live and you learn. So yeah, that's my spiel for today. I wrote, I rewrote, I changed my main character, and now I'm rewriting again. I'm a little bit behind, not a little bit, a lot of it. I'm behind on my word count goal for this project for the month, but I do think that with this change, I feel more motivated. I feel a little bit more energized to write it, and I can, if not catch up, then make a dent in my goal. So that was it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more from me, you can subscribe. It's a thing you can do. And that's it. I'm sitting on my feet and my feet are falling asleep. So I will see you guys in the next one. I just really want,